Thursday edition of Showdown Jumedie and Asabri Nana Yasewa Matina Ejemu Amede Eba Somo Mama Yashefo nyina no Akwaba Shonko and Fambra Kumasi Online TV Friends of Ken TV Saso and Thick TV meje de se Nyankopon wadom obi biara ehoye wonu se metine kunya kese mu se dia na chese eniema ekoso wo man Ghana de echegu wo man Ghana and Asabri de ye ba be pensem mu de osefata se ye fire nso no Showdown Jumedie so ye be ma ni showdown nankasa de osefata so se ye tu ne fon so wo Jumedie so no e ade asa efutuo no ye de beko ede amamo ende ye ba twetwe nkomo ede afa MPP amanyokuo no ho saso e na NDC amanyokuo no nso no ye bewremu ewo honom any other trending things ubepie mu ewo oman Ghana hanum se ya ekoso nyina no ye betu ye bonu ya pense ni nyina mu ede amamo na eba ne MPP amanyokuo ne dia sabre die enkofo bi wo honom agese mekoto courtesy for boys and girls ankasa ede ma wom hwode anopa awiane anadwo bia na mapemfi ankasa ede gina wom so se wom be kan ensem a ewo book ni mu ankasa esan se MPP party akane na ya akono no sabre ya mene wo kase dia manfo bi wo honom a wom destroy MPP party no ankasa ene de no mo hwa wo fadan so eja wono ana abrani abre bia wo tena dwumedie mu hwa adwuma na hwa ankasa enti sabre ya mene mo kase wo kwakọbo nsama hodo na nyame ya doma Friday ono ankasa ebetena ekunwa kase mu na de wakwakọbo no nyina no odi asom emre ekonenim nso no Hana ATP ye birthday girl ne eye na woda odi newspaper review nso ebeba besom yen saso na ende NPP communicator ye friend honorable Opari Enoch saso na kweku baako a wono so eye NDC communication team member wo nyina no ebeba be kame ho ewo fidiem hanum se na de trend de ekoso ewo NPP ni NDC mu nyina no ya pense mo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakache Ghana fo nyina no se ye man 120 days on fenyi ni ministers ni ade nyina no sabe ya mene mo kase de 120 days no aba na wie ye odin sem bebe na aba abonti agese busua ye be rewrewre mu ewo honom saso na enne no ye hye sede ye obepie mu asante mantem hanum se ya sede zuba ebra ye yi ni se wono be ye meyo ensem bia wodi tu dwa se ye maame nom no obepam wo mu nyina no e de free kwan no ho se de be ye kwan no ho no cars bia betumi pass through in and out no bibia tumi ay successful no wa sha se je so put a lot of actions down ye be rewra honom ni nyina no na ya twetwe enkomo e de afo honom wonso a wo hwe dwumedie you are never left out so comment section ase no adwentwe biara wo bia no onso betumi e de wo de afo honom e de ama me tell a friend to tell another friend say ya hwe dwumedie na se no comment de e ya de a ehu hia ye papa ntino wonso subscribe se de be ya every episode biara ye de betum bia no wo betumi enya now yense mombre no. Let's go straight to your various discussions for today. Mamira MPP mu kakra MPP amanyokuo no for some time now menu mienu bedi wa dance ye say a lot of issues a popping up every hono ma de cheni adesan bia no party akane no na wo share party atade wo share MPP atade na wo de na mana wo kopa adwuma po na pani bi bisa wo say party be na wo join na wo ka say o me new patriotic party member che say ebuo shunko bi wo hono ma enipa bebre na edema onenso ende eniema chese ekoso ewo MPP party ni mu kame akwa yese quote and unquote asempenifo biara enim because ye hye NDC amanyoko na den time ne ye ka se NDC de opetutwa asema ye tuche edema wo mo founder ankasa kra bonten ebe kan mbre bi etwemu ye mampeni dada wenya ne baby ko JJ wo be ka se MPP amanyoko ne de wo mo tete amanfo akosku wo mo de wo mo nim di ankasa na NDC party ne de obi besie everywhere da wo bia wo mu ya de wako school dio tie kurase dio ti city everything there inside na so this time amene wo kasa wo hye NPP party na wo hye NDC party me amiti he wo de NPP gina ho na wo de NDC gina ho no ma ya de ameyi NDC party ne eja NPP party ne because NDC ho aba ba ya kono esen eye MPP party yen hye the various issues are for some time now no trende ewo Abefonten time fidie ni so between Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and Abronye DC. Abronye DC chairman, MPP regional chairman, Saso na Kennedy Agyapong, was former member of parliament and also na or aspaso beba flag bearer Ediama MPP Amanyokuno in 2024. Na so akensi a wo mkoye no Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia Kennedy nkunim. Just last weekend yetiti krom ha yenke bi nhemu. Ene hu se Abronye DC wa granting interviews such as yampie mu odiankasa what to the ama Kennedy Agyapong. This whole issue no say what thank you to our media can several times to say thank you to our MPP Amanyoko led by a former vice president, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Main na ya se wa meti he de makan minja kasoda se min sheda hu faso biara anase faso papa biara emfri sa thank you to our na wo moko because se obi akwa akensie na wo koye no we lose election. We lose the election, that's what I call that Ghana for in Asia. And yet, region by region, now we be call now, man for baby, a woman, no woman winning back a sana, a best sunny emma. Timemu phone that the woman cokromati kotuaba. It's at the end of the day, if you really want to appreciate Timemu fua, wamo kotuaba na wana woman to aba now best that woman say, yeah, policies are yeah, deba 2024 no. We are repeating those same policies 2028 and even better ones. It's your best that 2028. Musa su MPP amanyokwa. Mamu shumuti de biara da mufa kokromati no entu aba mfama woman. Nanka maboja Empelifon matonsa de afre wo nyina mo be pagana fo ache we san se timemufo bebre na edi yaw ewo wo makumamu kwan a MPP aban ne baye wo mo de Ghana fo fa so bo sha wo mo share Ghana fo na so at the end of the day no wo mendi so checking your former president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ka che Ghana fo se yeti sika so so ekomede yen no be ye mampani na sa sika na yeti so no yentumi ehun fa so biara mfamfiri mu na wodi o haw ni amane ni atepo ebeda Ghana fo so no eno na wo se mu bodwa na mada Ghana fo nyina se na mopa Ghana fo so chew se boni biara ye bia no monfa ye bone nche ye nanka aso ho no ma but this thing they did no ebusia ye hu ni sa ye free region ha ni akwa region ha ni ajampe kwa region ha ye nwremu ewo bono region Ebra wo mkopie mu obono region. That is why na Abronye DC sebi ni nsem hunu nyina no ehya ase. Wo bi anka oye regional chairman. Na MPP amanyoko si ye thank you to. Na thank you to as a regional chairman no. Ye ma wo Mike sebra beje na kasa. That is not when you have to blame someone. Enye bra nipa bodompem wo honom no ena wo ba be blame obi say ena ye sorry a ena we na ye say ena we no si owo sika ena we ndadi obi aba na preach peace a na so sankrofo na wo mu preach peace no sankrofo na destroy party common sense na wo sanka ka kira Abronye DC say baby a wo china no baby a wo te no ya ba say ye ba bedati memufo asenti enye sa brei ena wo say wo ba na be condemn obi ye hu ya ne so Honorable Kennedy Agyapong no so je Mike wan fans pe obi a wono so tutu bi edema Abronye DC na nya asem ketewa wo mo bepie mu e wa Shante region ye nim sanka de esi wo bo no honom no anka ebe ye disuade wo mo betena se be dwendwen ho ebe solve issue nanka aka honom a da bi bepie mu Shante region kontifo a wo mo be hye jama edema Kennedy Agyapong ye hu ya ne say ya stabbing nipa baako Enumu na Kennedy Agyapong dwen hu nse da bi baby aniema yi keka koyi cement etia break enne na thank you to no man stop here one shot the next person na wo mu betumi kurapra na yemi akasa Kennedy Agyapong ena oba abante na obekasa e ena say thank you to wa ekosi enam se me gin wona wo mo do me ho no me gin wona wo mo pese me be ye flag bearer be ye mampani de ma wo mo ho no na me sha de your life is in danger and attention esaso wa MPP amanyoko ni muninti no me twa me ho kakra mami bi sasa question we say fiti bra Kennedy Agyapong cast wo twe ne hom e dey free thank you to no thank you to no guso a ekoso ba wa wo hwe dwumedie what thank you to no ho asem da what to say about Bawumia kopiem baby or saka bibi dana. You haven't heard it. So this should tell MPP Amanyoko and say the man of the moment say ye pewobia ama for dono obi a wachidi obi obetumi aboa MPP. It should be Kennedy Agyapong. Now Yembre from her say Yenshabra Bawumia ba MPP Amanyoko no. Nanado your former president His Excellency Nanado Nanko Akufo-Addo. One okofa Bawumia ba so one be the flag bearer, that is in 2008. Obey flag bearer 2008 ankoye amfa amomo 9 10 11 12 ankoye amfa amawomo 2016 ena Ghana ha ne de wutwu mutan 8 years ne de breaking the 8 no I just then de bia we anwanwa so de ena be sesa Ghana fo adwemo omamo akwanya no wabaso 2012 ampeki amfa amawomo no 2016 apeki ma womo obeye mampeni vice president 2016 and 2020 Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, the reason I did Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia baye was because him said Bawumia economic messiah. Next at the end of the day, no akabeye 1 year krama yakwa akwatuaba. Me nana ya sewa as a journalist, me jina can say there is no way I mean who said Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia we jina waka sadia for my Ghana economy hoda. I feel the economy never done digitalization. Wafaha digitalization or faha digitalization. 2024 ye kwa akwatuaba nenti ayede ne baaye no ye hu so okananado ho nanado so baa wa be destroy MPP Amanyoko no adenti na nanado Danko Akufo-Addo wo kwa won kasa me ya na me do baaye na won so ne nsate sa abofra ne maame ya wo ne foforo no won fa ne ntwa kwa anim na wo munyina no enko na yempe obi foforo ma ne mbegina. Listen, Kennedy Agyapong, I never heard from anywhere say na obeye flag bearer de ma MPP. That motive ne bandi tirimu in 2023. 2023 was she said ye Bawumia any Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ebu omanya timemufu obuefu. Na wono ne ye man of the moment Mr. One stepping in and from my MPP Amanyoko a MPP be co opposition. And am pam wamba MPP co opposition. Aside no Kennedy Agyapong from 2000 he started way back. The sacrifices are why Yediama MPP from 2000 I will be a member of parliament Edema Asen North constituency eba ya be see 2024 no apeja ne say MP adwuma ne de nipa be ya na waye ne ntanya de amekọ honum biem sisi an be say be flag bearer anka boni bi enim se Kennedy be ka so be so ye flag bearer Edema MPP Amanyoko no waso ahwe wonim de wo party ni mu wonim de na adwen wo soro osan sukura no ye osan sukura ye obi a ye kan say businessman. He is a businessman. It is say oye businessman de a onim se de wo man Ghana netie onim man Ghana resources into se wo ba so oba be ye flag bearer e de ama MPP Amanyoko na setimemufo to aba e de ama na adwen kura na wo kwan ye obefa so ebu o man Ghana no bibia betimi akokọ yie. Kennedy, after the election, your barrier will be adding as some call we kopiem US, 1 year nasi court and sama kwa koda. Not this same thank you to. Asa kwa chuchu and same bebre naba. Meanwhile, Kennedy Agyapong has been preaching peace. Say party ne betumi akonenim se nkunim de betumi aye MPP Amanyoko ne dia and the idea ba ko betumi aboa yen eya asumdwe any togetherness say ye bema Ghana fo nyina ehu ni say wetimi waka mi bie no hono ma ekoso wo party ne mu yen ka ye hombo mu ba ko na 2028 yen koje frank ano ne yen sansumbre ambebu o man no and I am shocked people in NPP are refusing to understand this thing. Idea way is something simple. Obia will right to say obe choose candidate our pay. If Abronye DC ono na asama ba no tira me boni din se ohun se Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia na ye best person obetumi ebu o man na wo bi enu obefo se no se aboa papon eye enesto usu wono so hu ne se Kennedy Agyapong ena ye de ne ba se flag bearer de ma MPP amanyoko no 2024 obetumi aboa MPP amanyoko na ebusua boni biara enim. But seeing Kennedy Agyapong and Abronye DC, someone a Kennedy Agyapong eyi ni bottom sika edi ahye ne pen wo bia kane no pa wo hu Abronye ni tini ne kon bia esi body so na enne wo hye said Abronye DC ne nam na said ye wo di Kennedy Agyapong na tem toto ayampia de ma Kennedy Agyapong na metena sidi na makase this whole thing na ekoso no could it be say nkrofo bi hyase because matiti sika bi won framem na saa sika na ebusia matiti won framem no from report amena na yase wa mensa kan no na chese Kennedy Agyapong no Abronye DC therefore ya ko hu Kennedy eno ka che ni so sisi ane de agya waboa mepen wosu be say obeye flag bearer de ma MPP me no mean to me you wenim but from sika mete ye no na chese Abronye DC took about 4 billion from Kennedy Agyapong 480,000 from Kennedy Agyapong na owie ye no en was also chain ho na according to sources no was also kwaji 7 billion free Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ho enti metina sidi nam se so could it be say sasike ye busia yakwajeje enunti na nam so ane Abronye DC wogina simpie so wobi a woboa ne pen wobi a wahye ne pen wobi a enyo no anka Abronye DC nka wunya aduane mpondi wutumi gina simpie so etoto ayampia edina tem se de nipa ne nya papa bi ada no. It is okay to support Bawumia. Body be any mobi anka se men support Bawumia. But se wo hye Abronye na wo hye support ne mo Kennedy Agyapong no na wo hye se de Abronye DC ejina simpie so na ototo ayampia de ma Kennedy Agyapong na me anka sa me mu no me suno na me suno kose because me entity ye de ma me ne se wo bi a wa ye papa da hye yie na wano entia ne da wobi a wato nsuo ama wanom da hye na wano entia ne da enne na Abronye DC be hu ne se wono ane oga ende wo be hu ne se boni biara nim ende wo be hu ne se o wendeja wenye sika kasi wenye bini ade enti wonsuro bia but it will get to a time ebia na ne ba ehia moa wo Kennedy enie bi ho ebia no ohia moa wo Kennedy ne ma 22 ni bi ho that is when Ghana for you now because say, oh, you are from a family of ungratefulness. Because Adi Abronye DC, I am grateful. He is being ungrateful. I'm not sure says say who supported Bawumia. Kennedy Agyapong beba be chu pimpe se bra na be supporting the derby. Nipa odi Kennedy echi. Nipa was supporting Kennedy. Eyo obi a wonim sese ye de kokromoti to papa abadi ama papa say, "Won bra be ye mampani wo man Ghana. Na adwinye ekita no ni nim dia ekita no no. Eyade e betumi abo wo man Ghana." Ede Ghana fo mo boy Ibrahim Traore abaso. Wo be men na Bema kukudrofo bema wonjina nsuo mansa na wahramo muhia na musalutu ne san se mu hu ne se eniema wo ye dia maboki na faso no eye papa nenso mu man Ghana wo man Ghana ye yetima ye wo resources nyina no ye nyanim defo bi te se Kennedy Agyapong na wo se nieme ye wo me pass mu nyina wo wetia me na so wo me nso metia wo na so bia no wo bia fa me mfom so mfa nchame na ye mfu course on se ye ma Ghana afa ne ntuma pefra amafo agina honum se timefia befo wom se anya dia wom be masade na ye possible. And if you think say Kennedy Agyapong se bia de ekoso MPP party no be ba bonte be ba respond ya me ya meti he de ka me ho akaba na me ka hwenchiro bia e mane be bo ho wa na ene edin bia meti ye se onka enkrofo wom hye kira ama se bia Abronye DC wodi nsem hunu na busua me ankasa me mu na gimi nsem Miaka semi muna jimi semi ye papa. Esansa sani pana miti ni dino. This is someone na Kennedy Agyapong ka se me ye campaign di ama MPP ama nyoko ni 2024. Ajisa sani pano Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe napo. Ajisa ya fane se flag bearer. Ya fane se running mate. ena me tete won fra mem say me a me kunu ma de nyina na po enim de Abronye DC eye no de me tete won fra mem no say wonim de Abronye DC eye no me wo say chema wonto me ya betena ni TV so pacho, and I was like, this is serious hypocrisy. Most say destroy MPP party no MPP party na your forefathers be wo mu majagu honom de ma party no, we are seeing a different party altogether. Na nyasem na yenka ka Abronye DC na ho fama ne na ho ofe ne wahia ebura dwene ntiase so ne nimdie ne wahia wo se ye fa the regional chairman ni nimdie no wahimfa wo se ye bona baso fa ne regional chairman, and this whole nonsense ebusua ekoso wo MPP party no. I am still shocked say ye nya executive ba kumpo mani issue letter Efamba Abonte Abronye DC dia wukeka ne ade, you are destroying the party. Next wabua papo ko grantee interview. Abua papo na wono ne ye campaign de ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia 2024 no. Oko grantee interview ka say mako grounds meni amanfo edi nkomo meni amanfo akasa. Na so meni amanfo kasa ye edian wo mo bone say Kennedy Agyapong say MPP amanyoko obetumi de Kennedy besa abade ye de yekọ kromoti beto aba. Mus tro letter tete de Abonte say mo de ne disciplinary committee. And some Abronye DC bekaye ene ensama adwo asafo ne aboa papo ka de wayi na yehu montra senwe hu ensama Abronye DC ebekaye edidi atem ne ade a wodi bedi Kennedy Agyapong ene ensama aboa papo bekaye ensama adwo sero adwo asafo bekaye sankrofo mienu ne Abronye why die na wasanka ye tubidi no disciplinary committee. You people are just destroying the MPP. And then Moshe yes doing ketia. Moshe said the NDC party na ya kono. Moshe said the doing ketia. NDC atna opposition 8 years. What to me Abrama NDC ababemu. Na Moshe mo chairman ya woman na me Moshe wo shun wo by the caliber of people and the things they are portraying. Is this the MPP we know? MPP kufu MPP ayenim no me bisa se eno ne sa MPP ayehu ne nde na just frimpon kwadua entumi fa letter ma Abonte be kan kire Abronye DC say whatever he is doing he should put a stop to it. Na me bisa me ho say it is a Kennedy Agyapong supporter be the Abonte eno be ka sansem we edify Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ho ankasa we mu fa ne pe no ko gina disciplinary committee ana obi bru obi so what be chen obi ana na me nim say Kennedy Agyapong is a change person, because if he is not a change person and kasani emeya muye corresponded dada, and I know say na Kennedy he didn't know say emre bi beba he would want to stand for presidential can ye maybe wo no ma wonye, but then again saniema Kennedy Agyapong ye biano he did it in the name of the party. MPP every 2016 election and it was Kennedy Agyapong that time na want to be media na when that time no na other media houses are and na aba in the name of MPP na when Abronye DC kroya wo ko gina want to me TV ko gina bu men TV etoto ayapia de ma Kennedy Agyapong sa brand ya no na what Kennedy Agyapong ni media station so on Man FM net 2 and a walker sa cho and at the end of the day no na ye say yisika e feed no and there were bono regional chairman when ya ka bia dem when ya station be bia wo pa bia ye betumi interview no and then there will be an anu kasa and people are happy because it is against Kennedy Agyapong say ne Kennedy na munim se mwanya na mode ye na me kama mwanka se mu mate ase se embre bi beba wo de beye mo embre bi eba wo de beye wo ba fasikan na odi kowo bi na wo kacha akola de se oh me ba ne de wa ma na fasikan na wo wa obesu intiba ne fasikan no ade be chi no wanka sauda honum na oba no wa twesikan no de esi usu akun inti samunim se ade a wo ye na ya de papanti ye bonabaso onu anu oga. You people are destroying the party. Mo say party no na de ebeye me ya ne say party fufuro bi beba na manfo a wo mo do wo mo MPP party mu na be free mu nkwan Alan Faso free party ni mu na me kam se Kennedy 2028 se MPP amanyoko mansesa mushu ne moban ne mpenifo eda no me the executives ni nyina akra no obi anko fie because me hu wo so mfa so executives said that MPP anu nyina each and every one obi anko fie cause party a ye de share monsa no masa party no Bono regional chairman Abronye na no cho mumbisa ne se bra wo ba be ye chairman wo Bono region no constituency say na no okita ekunya say na no okita e parliament na akasen wo ba ye man 12 seats na NDC ye baako ene NDC kita 11 seats MPP kita baako enya mani wuo Sanye mani nyina ka homa MPP amanyoko no eluzi 2024 election nyansa ni nka wobia se wobia entena se na monje ho na montumi put it in place na nka ntokwa de ye nya ye te ye no na ka wo se ye MPP ni NDC na afida na ba ye MPP mu ankasa mu no ma sorry mu ho am ankasa mu didi mu ho atem egu party nani mase and we call these people leaders the audacity we call these people leaders from where Kufo party a wale she na nado na kwa Kufo ado sa enu nie ebusia make sana make bibi se Abronye DC from sources or just 7 billion if you Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia osanso ko Kennedy Agyapong ekoji almost 5 billion, that's 480,000 Ghana cedis. Why you may say be assumption video no honom measure so be come when yakọ na yakọ akobo sa video ni yetie nseme wo video ni mu nso abasisia.
Thank you Tono mo no mo te say ho.
Well be come say then you can crack kan sem sunyani na be kaya e ba ya anat 30 bono region. That's a mock of 33 was anything. Bikum, a baby or a sunyani. I want and some a baby bree about the original chairman. I am Pia, Sebi Boo, Wakakoto, na a ma, a ura, and a Agyapong so. Be best was 30 the record street. The sabi intimi in party sir we regional chairman na say you be dia unya akwanya gina mpanyifo nyima na wo kasa tete de una unkwa na ye bema e party ni. I don't think it is fair.
Na Mr. Mark say you ka regional chairman ni Mr. Ohwanya Abronye na Abronye DC kambako
Mini akuma Abronye.
Kwamba for asem na woken. When you are Kennedy Agyapong exchange no.
Yes, but one. On asem na make. You see, Ziga. Let's you see, baby, the new patriotic party yakwa kudru no. Baby American. So one of the major problems in ya. Nkugu kesi yidi ya eba yi eye enkita hudie pabia yani media no antumi anya ndi edoimu a party ni gina okono no adiba kwa party maye sre diga ye mada Kevin TV dia enim baby a budro so nya kwanya no a ibe dwa twamo na ye pama chaw kese ya fa kwanya iso asa party maso a chaw kese fan say radio no enna etumi etre baby a etumi emra anase enko ndi the best party ma na say penny for so say nya kwanya say ye kasa na say de buru ye di camera esi ye so ye di microphone emma ye say ye kasa ye kiya no nareka na nye kasa bia ene wo say kiya no na eba ayo mo ma ya nye no say Yankwa na nyansa ewo itirimu ana sebi akakabini akokotisam ebra ya hwase no na edi ehim ewo yimu na yenya akwanya no a da masabi aburu adwempa ani nyansa edi enim kan sebi ebeya ekuo no mu ebeya kono na yatina echichiri ekui na mesre say thank you to no ye no ankodani musuo ene bosom bi anfa mayen ora Kennedy Agyapong Abronye DJ afiri ne muko muko bita bisa yewra akoto afiri bra na ye kwakoto super delegates no ana okodi tro Abronye ko di tro akachi ora Kennedy Agyapong say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia akofa siremini bi aba so on the contest ono as regional chairman me kamenu ni na ma no hunu aye hunu Ghana ha ora Kennedy Agyapong ema Abronye 450,000 Ghana cedis.
There's a cedis kind of 4.5 billion.
4.5 billion. And no san ko Dr. Bawumia I got this Kennedy over 700,000 Ghana cedis. Ni baba ko. No ko dada. Eye yewra. O say say akoto afiri. O disu man ta. Ni ya obu akoto da no obi a oboa wo. Obi a woboa wo. Ama wo benya regional chairman. Ya akoto ba no na eye ne gene. Nipa e wo se okoye campaign e ma no. Ena ne 280 ye. Ena wan koto ba no.
Na chairman the whole kind they say a wide allegations because so say Dr. Bawumia Abronye DC called Dr. Bawumia ma okwaje over 7 billion so be campaign the amano and now wasa akwaje sika 4.5 billion which is 450,000 Ghana cedis edi fro rack Kennedy Agyapong so be campaign amano it's a bass and I say obo double game it no who do onya double game ni the medium minimal but the whole kind there answer that se sia me no ka say Abronye DC esama usisia na se bia ya ka say enkokota will you be able to provide evidence
Ova Mr. Wada me ya zawo mani o ya adeke say ya fa wuna me ba jawara
na ene na make am Mr. Max say I say you TV so your radio so o call here this DSTV Adaroma and you go TV the whole world 80 interview now come oh yeah na me pese me hunu say dia wo kan me pese ye hu film because dia wo kan say Abronye
yes sir o my interview no me say now evidence
and na me can say evidence no ukuta bi na wo ho because dia wo kan no Dr. Bawumia hu wo ana Kennedy Agyapong so who Mr. Wada, I think in an interview conversation like this, you know, in as much as you protect yourself, you protect everybody. Me no na edi nko wata bi eburu. Me nya kwada ta ho. Na ni ye ewo Metro TV, na no ye. O Kennedy Agyapong bi na num aka. But unyanke Abronye ba na wo be ka tell me say Dr. Bawumia akofa sireboni bi se omna me contact into oman 400 and only 480,000. Please, you see, we are well prepared to talk to you in terms of facts. Yeah, me da and need to know. Na Dr. Bawumia de ne.
Na me see this no. So onko abosu ba kwanye se nyina so Ghana. So Dr. Bawumia man is catch make am o wa go discuss Dr. Bawumia wa. We are telling you this modus operandi, you know, in the Bono region. That is what I'm telling you this morning.
It is okay, say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ama Abronye DC kase on fine campaigning for mana. And nobody is going to tell you say my campaigning for Mobia. You have the right to choose whoever you want to campaign for. But at the end of the day, no fashion will coconut ni say nipa na wo ye campaign na man ni nipa wo ye against no. That same party. It is a way one day say yes, our party crona na ye free mu. Na sa wo be sorry na be attack Kennedy Agyapong. Someone who has fed you before. It doesn't make sense. Me, baby, our mind Ghana sisi a ye do no hu. Enye wo bi a wakɔ school no obi a woni say dey ye ka 1+1 ni 2 no. Now we need someone who is a businessman to take over this country. Ye here will be our businessman. Obi to say Ibrahim Mahama. Send the word. Jina say ya for ye committee to Aban Famana. A lot of people would vote for him because he is a businessman. On him the ena when him said ye Ghana economy ni susifati. Ama for wamuba no ma be kabro for kese di ababe wu Ghana for show. Wamuba no ma be abe chosho bro for kese di egu ye show. Wamu ko obi memu wama kwa jembesia no wamuba be chichesa asika di ama wamu pinafo no nu wama ba be di. Kasa kese ni ade ni yeto toma o ma the end of the day ebe kwa wiache no na sa sika na wo mo ko ba besia no yen taxpayers money yesika ni yede ba betua na show fasudie ye friend fasudie bia no ni ye hu ye. I have seen people under the comment section and Kennedy is a businessman, he should focus on that. Miss Rebi sase empeni fu amu ankasa wo mo ka brofo akese mu de wo mo kokromati kwato abama o na kwa akosi sen. Yenya bema to say Kennedy Agyapong. Once in Shoman Sana Wahram, we are applauding Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso because he is standing on his grounds doing the right thing. Wobia wono yamfa kokromati anto abanfa mano. Wobia wo ye ku de betu man peni free ade so. Ye bo no bom na ba so yenya wobi to say Kennedy Agyapong. We want to turn our back on him. What are you people trying to tell me? Yenya wo bi to say Kennedy Agyapong ono de yesi wonye wono de yesi chese wedi atem ono de yesi woni presidential bafo no kwam ka say presidential qualities ni mu. What do you understand ye ka so obi kura presidential qualities sir? Say ye ka so obi wo presidential qualities sir. What do you understand about that? Wo nchire mu we ne say wo bi a beba no be suit no beba be kabrofo do odi atro beba be dada Ghana for resources are your man Ghana nyina no they want to me and put it in place and find Ghana for ya won hraye no na ye kase wo ye presidential material na. Listen, it is okay to choose whoever you want to choose, but my point is they are all from the NPP. Woman nyina no NPP, New Patriotic Party na mo and wo mo free. It is fashion with mu say if you think you are destroying Kennedy, if you think you are destroying Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, you are not destroying them, you are destroying the party and the enam so ma wo wonsa etumi kwa no. Sa won pe Kennedy asem na wo ne say we na wo be ka we de egu nanim ase wo be di na tam de egu nanim ase enye Kennedy na wo say no. Enye Kennedy na wo say no. Eye NPP party na wo say no. And say ye cassette ya Kennedy. Say mbre bi etwem no obedidi yatem obeka nsem bi amfa ho ebedidi afiaswas na gamu nyina de wo ma bedi wo matem nti onyu obi a wo say ye fa ne say flag bearer na say onyu obi a wo sefata say obeye mampani e wo krom anum say mubo audios mubo video nti at the end of the day no ye kwoto aba na say delegate di wo mu kokromati kwoto aba ma Kennedy Agyapong mu amudi sa de ma we nyina mu amokeka sa say we na mu beto aba de ma MPP na say bo beka say because say ye Kennedy Agyapong no me Abronye DC mentu aba no ubekasa Bawumia ba ye mon leste enfasudi a MPP for wa ye dia mamo mon leste na yehu na Kennedy so the charitable things are wono so eye no eno so mon leste na yehu na nya asem ne yenka ene ye o man Ghana bia chesa refre huhu bi wa yemu a should we be fighting over this? Should we be fighting over this? Mercy, each and every one of us, I will write to say, obey choose flag bearer will pay. Yemi na me ba chira say ye ko choose fa kokrometi koto aba e fa kokrometi koto aba nipa wan kasa wo hye wo widie mu wo hye sede e wo man Ghana e kwa wo betumi de kokrometi ato aba e bebo no wo betumi akoto aba de aba no ende e fa obi a ho me nim nipa meto ama no wo so a wo hwe wo nim nipa beto ama no na so ye to aba na moma yenje ho hye nipa wo betumi abebo ayen we be didi atem ena obeye ya MPP for en we obeye ya enu nti den ene ye enye bi na ye hu na nado ye to aba ma ni we den na wanka wa mapie mu o Tech FM o take for or hinia owo se kumewu se de beka se ya kwan ni ade nyina anye no respond be na nado dan kwakufa do de ma no John Dramani Mahama wa meka nja asante for se mokra na ye de gold kra na ye kwan ma mokra nshomani asante for MPP ba ye monka for so ye nya wo so de for so be pa na MPP ba be mo ye de ma asante for then ye nya ye then wo mo ye it changes wo mo promise ye na ewe oh sorry na free education mudi enjoy Ghana for shum sa mudi free education e didi wu 8 years 2024 year koto aba mugu so apemu ye dede se e na free education free mo sorry na makwa akwobodo mpemu bebi ye wo sisifia de bi ye wo sisifia ye de win election sisifia ye de win election nipa kro na nado dan ko kufuado ebre ye pene ya sasa nipa no wo be ba ye flag bearer dia ma MPP enne wo se boni na nado dan ko kufuado di ye na woni ho hwe. What are you people trying to tell me? Ni nyina no enye ungratefulness ni bia to see Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia stand on the pulpit and tell Ghanaians say ebra ye kwakwatu aba 3 days to return na nado dan ko kufuado etofu o mumpodo na wono Bawumia ni mo hwe economic messiah e favor Bawumia dia ye mo se ma no na ba Kennedy dia ye bone e ba Kennedy dia ye bone chese wono na wadi bone a chese wiase ye ba mu wo bia ndi bida many dey me who say because Bawumia is timid and these people they see say ye betimi afa Bawumia fa enu ntina wo mudi na chi ena Bawumia se wo besa ba ye flag bearer dia ma MPP 2028 na enkrofo wo mecha ne ho ahia no wansake wo mo a emoa ye wo sisifiade bi na bugina CPA so anopo ewiyo enyumbro ye wo sisifia ye win election Muria na monyanku no no beka nkoko anketenkete no na mo sere no de obekeka nkoko anketenkete no ena nda watie kunwam no de wade nkoko anketenkete ba ye wonu na watie kunwam mo abudi sisifia ba ye mahumawie ye 4 months in opposition mo hwe de ekoso 4 months in opposition enya se enta se muntina fie 1 year ne de na o man Ghana no mo be dane abutu enim guasefo akwa aba mo ade mo ye party na nyamani wuo party akono de mo ye na nyamani wuo such a disgrace ene obi feri mpo so obeka so ye MPP ni because of the things going on ani Kennedy de no anye o yenti ha na Kennedy wa medi asofofo nyina atem Kennedy then na wanka one man beku but this is someone our babonti abeka say I know I have wronged people please forgive me onye dem yom mo bonni akase na eya motitifia mo di amafo yire no mo cast mo ni ade nyina no obi aka bibia fa ho mo bonni akase amode no wono de woyi nani magana fo nyina ye hu say Kennedy de wonye na wo so wo bia wo ye wo subase ye amafo yire no ma mo fa wo mo cast mo ni ade nyina mo ni say ye ni ma na ye ni nyina ekita ye ekra ye amafo yire no ma mo di wo mo wo cast mo no ye ni nyina ya sheda de yakaya no atum it is so be preach peace onu na won ye ni po preach peace so na wo awoye it said you on ye ni preach peace we na wo ye what are you supposed to do monko so an destroy party no monko so an say party ni gu a enka me e fa me ho new party e beba no timemufo be sa do mkokroboti akwakoto abade amasa party no ebusu ye nkonsem ni mu Zuba ena shobe no ye bachi ayam esam se ye yiwu as Kumasi mayor wo beka ensem bi matimemufo anye bebre na ade mejina benkum ma sanso ejina nifa ne benkum a mejina ne se ena wo koye market centers a ebusia frankly speaking ye ma me na ma wo moton ade wo kwan wo na enye kama to de bia che se cars ne kura nya kwan pod wo ma pass through the marketplace say eja to baby say ye kwa kosolve bibi esi wo baby ye kwa kosolve ambulance kura pe kura ba bitwe esan say ye ma me no ma hyehyɛ de ma ne ade wo kwan ho nyina ntiro wo mu to be cars ne to be pass through wo ban was yo why ye be che say wo to wade wo kwan ho no and woni ama ye beje and ye do betumi kura kwa akotum why ye beche wo na ntwie ne wade nyina wo kwan ho so kura no ye de ye de be ye beku wo mu ankasa de ama prisoners waka sanse mu nyina wie ye no Kumasefo kasa ye amafo bebre na adwa obi no so ntumi nye so ntumi nye ebusia ye nko na ye nko hwe de ekoso wo kejeti a emra sesia
ya capture a video that I offer for propaganda. Ya capture a video that killing I'm a video come more 2 4 yes. What to pound, I am Papa.
Ashanti region ye marketplaces no na yakwa akohwe ni nyina no aba ye zuba chese ne bosha wodi Ghana fo no de no an wo ye odi bosha ne so ende wa wo to wade o kwan ho ne ade na ye pamo the only problem ameme one say ye ma me no ma wo pam wo mu yi omutua dues month ne so bia day bia omkado omutua na everyday wo mutua sisi na yapam wo mu nyina no enye se yesi market bi kura de ama wo ne yapam wo mu afiri honom so wo mu nkogu so what is next the next thing what pipeline mu no no ne dey ye besere mu na ye papa sisi de NDC de ho akono se MPP intino de mo ye no hu na mo ye ne ye se de be ya 2028 MPP no wo ma hu kwan on befa so mo beguru wo mo na party ne destroyer amanfo betumi enya dopa ene pepa de kokumeti na to aba e de ama NDC ATP wa hanim se ya se newspaper no wo de be ba besom ye be dey yo bibi abako de oba de na daro ma me so me hu ye papa na and the newspaper no nseme na wo musa
okay na your time ninti no ma me koso ntentem so ma me for daily guide for my tiefo ni ahwefo nyina kwa ba na no be pie mo daily guide na se okra katafe toso miensa na se ebe toso abefo tintan fidie so se ye ma me fo mienu bi ese kidnappers for achewo mo we ma police for Ghana police ni Nigeria police for do mo na isi for etimi ko rescue ye ma me afi so ya kidnappers ni nyina ne timi ahye wo mu nyina na ehwehwemu a na daily guide e de abane se telecom staff bi e ka ho bia se wono enenam so ma sa kidnappers nyina be pie mu na so butimi chi ye maami enti no kro daily guide abenya bi no watima kenkan ni nyina so e wo ho no ma me fo anko klatafa to so miensa e wo daily guide na mu na se acting CJ ye po bafo so foni e da hasia na se Chief Justice Yabana suspension petitioner amafo bi tabri ne tenten de command no wonsem ene da ha se na ukopie mu wo Supreme Court sansem a mia me crash tafo MP de kopie se wonti asese ye man pani JDM pese wo yi Chief Justice de free wodom no na me no ka se Supreme Court aboni nyina atuo egu na wo ba ase so na se minority leader Fernand Markins ni foni ene da ha se a na ni abede papa ni nyina ne se demo na so mo ye de tie man pani JDM efa Chief Justice sa yes wo yi na free wonom no na ukopie mo ye nkramantem a na anu etwam ya na se demo no ehya ase a na se na nyefe dia grokra won nkramantem na ye minority leader ya fe normal case kopie mo won ma ya police fo bi na se de wi no musimi kwa baba ye na se na anu odin pa ye na we ma ye afe normal case de petition akwa koma ye IGP se de kokwa okoso na se de koso ni nyina no won hwe no won petition de wa pa ye letter no emunsem na no odi ankasa na wo ba ha se na se chat eye bisiu wono se sia ne grant ni be na be de ma no 200k so na ye mampani dada be de chire eye Dr. Bawumia digital manifoni da hase ya wone eye bokoda na ba omufoni da hase kama kwa katafe toso miensa na se bokon sensem etokwa ekoso won ma da no kwetwa bia ze de bia da na emu bili no na wo kasa oda de twedi ampokwa mi asese wayi ni ti de free sansem ya ekoso ni nya no serese eye asumdua nkasa ebeba eye boko hodum te no kopie mo daily guide ensema wo mo de eba ye enso no Mami found quite the custodian. Obe PM the custodian and Mami say a incoming a Chief Justice Nifoni Eb da has a year Paul a year Buffo Nifoni Ed da and I say outgoing a year Chief Justice a year Mammy Nifoni Ed da Hasia. Na ye petition and I say sama a year man for tabling the 10 the Kwama a man penny JDM send communion in free one ma and my yami clash a tafu MP nim pennyphobia come home. A table as some no the copy more Supreme Court so monshe na sem no mon kan because ye ma me Chief Justice on person mu ni free one die enya adro mo beti ase no na ukopie mu e ye Supreme Court one ma na se nipa miensam mu a ai ene solidina say ensam a na se de man pani JDM o ye no ya de ye papa se obetimi e de gina so e de ye man pani ye Chief Justice e de free na nipa mienu ene so ka say de man pani JDM o ye ne ni kwan se wo ye santen we na gina so ama esia no ye nipa miensa no etimedi nkunum so na ye majority a omotimi di nkunum ama ene dey no eye nsema ye twagu abefo tita fide na okọ ba bia ekonyina ne se ensema eye amafo bebe nan etebri di kopie mu Supreme Court no ene dey abodi nyina ato ego na okọ kratafa etoso miensa wo the custodian na mwaso a na se Dr. Bawumia ni foni ene dase no die wo preach peace e wo boko oso besra da so obi an foni da die engu form die ma asundua nkasa emra e wo boko enten na okọ kratafa etoso miensa e wo the custodian ma ubenya binwa kinkan ni nyina so ewo honom ewo kratafa toso miensa na mu de custodian na mu na se afenoma king ni foni eda hase na afen so IGP yohonu ni foni eda hase no se en de ekoso wo demo na anu a se be demonstration ko so chinchirenche won kramante me Jubilee house no de we police fo ne wono afenoma kesi ye no wonte ase enti wo take petition ten eda koma ye IGP se won hwe na wonya bibi enso so enfa hom na enso ahyase to ewo man Ghana mu wasei na ukopie mo nkramantem a na se ensuo to na se akoda ni bibie wo bo se na yida fa kro ni nyina na me ne ukase na MPC ebo eye dread masters for abaso se o ma ya de papa se ukopie mo ye kole eye ensuo kase eda hono ma na eye penifo da se amanfo mo to wonom no o mo to nra bebre na eduguma ma yesi ne mu osi den so eye dread masters for yetima kwa kotim amemu ada honom kama se eye MPC ahodo bebre na ebo ma baso so ma ya de o nkoso a no monya niema pa ne se de be ya eye nsu yira ya na ekoso won kramantem no ni nyina etu ebetimi etwa ewo ho no entenano penso the custodian edebaye elso edono mami fanko daily statement na be pie wo daily statement na se ya man pani ye digital man Dr. Bawumia ni foni da hase no se bako nsensama na ekoso o man Ghana mu asento kwa na ekoso ni nyina no ensema ye ND samani kuoka form nyina se ena Dr. Bawumia na gina no so eda ma eye bako ntokwa ekoso wo nyina o se ND samani ko de ntronko a ena so moka edeto ne so ntene uko de daily statement a ubenya binwa kenkani nyina enso so ewo honom na wo ba ya ase hase enso so a nya se man pani JDM ni foni eda hase sanso na miame crash eye tafu MP Vestent ni foni eda hase na afenso ye ma Chief Justice ayeyi na free onom no ni foni eda hase na eye ensema ese petitioner eye miame crash etebri de ko ye Supreme Court say de ye man pani JDM de ye Chief Justice ni kwanso yi ni free onom dismiss no eno so the daily statement ede eba ha sei sanso na ba kratafa etoso eye enuma na se ye man pani JDM abra ye de ni si eye akunya so no she Ghana fo nyina se 120 days no bo sha wo share ye ne day ene se wo bebo se wo be kan ni nyina de kire se asema wo kan ye no oba ye no oba ba be ye ni nyina eda ma my Ghana enso wo ha sei the daily statesman in sema ena no pen so wo mo ede eba ye enso no mame fanko the new publisher na be pm the new publisher nese abayo bi e friend Debra eye Debra abayo ye nese nche ye be kaya ese woni CEO on the First Atlantic Bank no ekwa mpena sese ho sensem sole wo manga na mu ase ya abayo etemri ase ko pie mu wo court ananka wo hwe se anka court ebeje papa na japade nyina ede ama no ne ko wi ase na asem ni boti ya abayo ye friend Debra yi we ma abayo ebetena so ewo ye social media abra no wo saluma ese wo ye ni tin na se wo to be left and right ankasa ede emane eye ajeje voice o motena asem no so we ejina so emeye esi an Nigeria abayo ye se wo ko nsa we makwa ko 40 days ewo ho no sanso na ya fe normal kensunifoni eda ha se petitioner wo de akwa koma ye IGP se demonstration e course nema bi won ma ekọ ya anko ye ntene the new publisher ensema wo mo ensoso ede eba ye enso no mame fa anko delegist na be pm delegist na say ministers ni bi e na mo buafo ya to force ne nyefedi agro e fa ye contract bi a wa approve e ho enten no kwa katafa to so miensa obenya bi no akenkan ni nyina ensoso e wo ho no sanso na esi a na esi social media na kwa ye bibie wo ho no sa wo ho no bi teso na medo wa ebekwa ko wies na se kidnappers for na ba becho na ne delegate asema wode ba ne se enam eye internet love na se social media wodo na mepo na me woko Facebook ni dakika ka ho no na gina so maye maami mo aye chi wo kidnappers for chi wo mo Nigeria no se nam sa internet yi so a na maye chi maami mo ya na kwa katafa to so mienu na se Supreme Court ye maami Chief Justice no dismiss I said petition na se nsema mo de ko no about to agu no ena ko pie mo delegista se ni nyina ensoso e wo ha sei sanso na Dr. Bawumia still na wo preach for peace say eye boko ho sensema e koso wo ho nom ne be ma asundue ankasa e de aba e wo boko mame fa onko eye the daily satellite eno so be pie mo ensoso wo ha sei a na se ye mia me clash e Vincent ni foni eda soro ha sei a se eye Chief Justice se o tebra asem ni de ko pie mu court no was he don't take fire you don't take madness still na won ti ase se eye judge amotena so no asa mambu asem ni ye nto no de obekoso a akoso akopim se ye mame no obenya fa nwudie e wo bai Ghana mu ase sanso na wo ba ase na ese galamse ati atese wo man Ghana mu ase a ese yenso se yensase e wo man Ghana mu ase no ena wo kopie mu e wo eye river tano a na ese yenso na se poto na me no kase de ya chidipa makomako edumienu a tese na de wo mo kwa reminder ese ano se wo mo se nso no do tese na police for ensa so mu a enye fedi agro sanso na ya fe no marking petitioner se what have been tintin da koma ye ITB se won share demonstration na course no dia police for no de ye no na eni enyan papa yenti no won hwe na wonye bibi enfanfa ho because of your time ninti mamemfa the Ghanaian publisher sorry so na be pie mo the Ghanaian publisher na se kratafa to so miensa no afino markings na ese petition no na ese oguso ese whatever ni tintin da koma IGP sanso na ye boko ensema na etokwa na ekoso ho no ye ma ye na ye asante hene kura kasa isa ma sunduye di aba no na ye mampani abedi echi dada de Mr. Digital Man still na workers obesere se sunduye ankasa ebeba ewo honom na afeso so ba si ha si so a na se ye John Dramani Mahama ye se promise o my Ghana ni nyina na say 120 days no nukure bia ni wa nya hwehwehwehwe na ensusu omti no na ya se watin say time ni nti no mame for the Ghanaian publisher fan sorry enkrata ni nyina ensusu babi fans na mekono wonim say asante mampon ye nyina nim say ye nana no wa free mu ena kopie mu asante mampoma tesi an convention bia ni won mebe koso wo hono club hodo bebre na so wo hono ma ya tutum stores bebre na so wo hono ma ya tutum enti no ena kopie mu asante mampoma e hono ma ye din a tesi an omode e kire se yeah hini bi ato baby adekasie bi ahwere oman Ghana na asa santimite no na ya ase wa mefa we enfan sorry edwumadi ni so.
Okay, birthday girl ATP meda wasi ye papa.
Okay.
Ebusia newspaper review no na hana ATP ede asomye no me she dwumadi na se no me ka se honorable Opare Enoch awoye NPP communication team member so na kweku baako awono so eye NDC communication team member wo nyina no beba be kame ho wo fidiem hanum se neja de ekoso wo man Ghana no ya twetwe ho enkomo NDC ene na wo mo first 120 days no eba ne wie ye de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bosha wo she Ghana for no ye sha sa boshe no we di so ana se ondi so MPP for e de ya wo meka wo mo de sa so na NDC amanyoko no wo mo so ebeka wo mo de mehwe so bekoso a de wadwenkyerɛ afa comment section na senso de amame embrepa no ade amegebre na meridi comment a kyese ebeba ni nyina no na wona wo mu etie ni wona wo mo hwe no wona wo mo comment eba no kyese comment ho ne de wo kɔ ho no ma kyese ken ho sansam neja na me fire efa ho ne no a na enipa bebre na ka ho asem ye be ko straight to me nua be ma mensa aka no wo fidie manum se neja mama no akwa abashonko emu odin ankasa de aba fidie manum se wo hwese de ne ema ekọ na 120 days no wo metumi deliver wo mo promise na se fiansa na wo mo ba be ye chen bi de ama Ghana for me nua be mama wakwa aba
me jesu mi aba
bibi abako de
nyame gusu hwe se de aban papa basunti no
okay, abai papa da just abai ba ko na de
na nyoma nko yi
ina ne ma nko yi
se de baby ana dollar ne da baby ana inflation why and the yamiado JDM ne honorable to force na dominti and the oman no dollar no ba fam cedi ne kosro inflation so ba fam to sha oman no ye hu to ye ba ti bompa JD evadumti nyomi na be ko fine
nyema nyina be ko fine eno aleja Ghana fo nyina no ye hwehwe but abemu te say compared to that time in opposition and now in abemu te say
won say mini kan fa ntiama etie for metie abo ma jebre no mo di om data om de share YouTube ni om mo tie yina no ye ntia om na mbo mo de boa TV station in so yamisha oshe NDC amemo and then the year exactly 120 days
yeah
what they compare the previous government would say there is vast difference between the two administrations oshe baby NDC before mine free and the baby idea mine kwa and what that sorry I want to say obi akofo mine sika baby woda sorry won to say basabasa bi ekoso wa ase obi anwo atono o hwe se de ne nyoma bokra start ba fam kakra enti obi anwo atono mekai last year December mu last year January kra last year May as at this time now a lot of us were complaining dollar no koya could do somewhere 16 cedis as at May and the dollar no 13.4 into wo sha nyoma ekoyi president ni oni ni ministers no mo tutu nyoma yi ma amamu no ekoso kama as compared to the previous administration.
Okay, John Dramani Mahama ne 120 days ewa bemu mebobo eniema wo kache Ghana for se obeye ene de wetumi aye sofa neja ya toato adwen ewo honum de kan o she Ghana for nyina abose obe within 14 days ya de ache se obe complete list of cabinet ministers wo mo be call parliamentary house onum neja ya approve o and truly 14 days to me edi ni nyina saso ena Mahama etumi achieve the promise say obehodi national economic dialogue the bed discuss oh my Ghana ye state of the economy and no etumi eba so and establishment of a 7-member national economic dialogue planning committee no penia chese odano krano Dr. Ishmael Yamson and no etumi eba so na ye call the fourth promiser His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ekache Ghana for say 120 days no be no wetumi ediso obe reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases including 2020 election killings the also Ayawa so West Wagon by election and tokwa so achese ma nipa bi ehwere wo mon ko bi te say Ahmed Yusuf Swali ene Silas wo nyina hwere wo mon ko enam pam ebra wo ba ya achese wo yi new IGP wo mana kwanya ne say wo mbie sa case ni nyina so na de ba ya nipa achese wedi fo ni ade nyina no wo mon fa no enkogina emra nanim so and our catcher Ghana for say within my first 90 days in office no wo be scrap e-levy COVID levy 10% levy on bet winnings and emission levy ni nyina no ade ye man penny 120 days no wetumi aye ede amayen Mahama I promise no academic fee policy and pampa ye no first years one first year one call public tertiary institutions in ano ye education minister ye university colleges and of education and nursing training institutions in ano ye education minister Babe Kasadi afa ho se wona wo mutua ye na wo musika no ye be found e ama wo so and our promises so obey introduce the following social interventions free tertiary education for persons with disabilities and the Ghana Medical Care Trust Mahama Cares Fund. I think say recently cry and or lunch last week yeah. So and Mahama etumi achieving the promise or commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. And also last week and otumi mano possible otumi allocate seed money over 500 million Ghana cedis etumi edura women's development bank sa bank also obehwe na ye maame nom ne ade a wo moton ade nyina wo mo etumi ahare wo no wotumi edi ne boshe so and launch following priority job creation programs the Ejumera program, the National Apprenticeship program, and the 1 million coders program. Ye tuche de mano ankasa. Also allocate sika the compensate flood victims. Ye anoma wamu akosombo ebracha sa akosombo nsuo no yiri ye ese womon dine wo meja pade nyina sabre no na ye former president Nadu Danko Ekufuado na ewo abem sa so na wona womu oti wona womu obunu east and wona womu Savannah regions in ano waka se oba abema obetimi aye president promise so obe constituency the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic of not more than 60 ministers and pam so within 90 days otumi emano ebe ye possible promises so obe come say drafting needed legal amendment and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economy and also ne yeguso aye hwe so far wakasa kra de afa ho dadantinum 24-hour economy ni de yeguso aye watwenwe mu a ye hwe me ne abema ma yenwura mu say ye na yakasa de afa ho I think say me do the 14th one yen share with the first one or kan ye say obey elect ni ministers ni ade yina no or the obe nominate with the nomination within 14 days no na bibia etimi atoto na kwan so no no den na be ka fa
okay nti yeni country the moment obe stand for election na yebeto abama obia no you sign a social contract with you just say you know aye apam say ye betua taxes amount sika na ye dey ma o so fa boy ye bra fa ye bibi ma ye provide public goods for us inti president nka say aside say generally wo to abama me no woni me assign social contract no me say wo another 25 special initiatives within 4 months mayor president mayor and one of them in say within 14 days obe nominating cabinet ministers and I remember very well during the campaign time na MPP for ka say oh mama about 4 years pe na 4 years no krampo no first year no oba or be appointing ministers
oh honeymoon
near one keka and a president no maybe within 14 days me cabinet ministers nina may appoint and pampa so yes sworn in the following day no appointed the cabinet ministers no are nominated and within that 14 days now so parliament ever to approve into that is one thing president promise here will deliver and to say previous years no even though not the convention say you nominating ministers now it take you 2 weeks and sana ya vetu but this time round parliament ag to say you vetu within that 14 days now you nominate na inti ya more president na baso say to sa anamono and the next one constituting the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic. And also okase obeye mampenia within 4 months and that's 120 days no na ben obe form no ebeye the leanest abanya omusa ampampa so o hwe abanya etwemu kwa nanado abreso na ministers na ekuta na ye 120 ministers or man we near the 120 ministers and the ministers are President John Dramani Mahama Odibu Oman omuye 56 omundru 60 kra o share presidential staffers and the President Mahama or the less than 40 presidential staffers in odi omuye adwuma under President Akufo-Addo we had more than 300 presidential staffers and you could clearly see say abanwe o share numbers number of political appointees or presidency now o share number of ministers president no edin bo share so say one constitute a very large number of cabinet ministers ministries no so from 29 to 21 internon so yambo president no abaso say wedi ne bo share so and na okaso be establish a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials and just 2 days ago in a president establishes a code of conduct for all the political appointees president and one of the things code of conduct say obey minister who say obesum on mine because here na to aba eyi o mampani so no so mbo within say won so begin na name na somye into obey minister and as obey political appointee biara wo ho to help the president say bibi oya mo man ni bia no be support the president no enti emfa wutumi we minister we CEO we hwan o say president na appoint nkwan dia wo mfa wutumi ye de wankasa wo pe president ni san so ka say we minister na say we appoint you don't have any right say obey accept gift be unless say institution crow and as organization now or the gift ebra no unless we ba visit official visit no present gift no at the amount you present gift no so you have to display for everyone to know say this organization and as this institution at the gift be Abraham and so question the doors so 25 no president in kai most of them were this so if you want my president in here but only acceptable in the sense say investigations into issues like PDS near Wonke County president can obey institute forensic investigation into these issues and no those issues in our akwashe oral cases into president no establish another committee said they should investigate those cases in our attorney general or no more oral cases no president no attorney general no investigations no into no young president na baso say 120 days social contract on here signing you know we deliver
and out of the 20 I think what to me 17 so
17
and I think say about 3 and no kra no akakakra emma newie and so far I think it's only 5 promises was share Ghana for and own to me ND so you bet me continue mama
nti more share there to say there what kind na out of 100 me rating president I'm rating out of between 85 and 90 but obisa me to be objective, no, may man be 85 because
70.
I didn't know when 70.
Say, Boshe ne bi wo no ma e bi ti say 24-hour economy. Eye ade a wo gina so pant no. So far checking said the system is no. You say nka 24-hour economy by now ne de. Bibia de na akwemu a ya sha ase gidi. But we da ka wasem we launch we be atumu institutions that wo ye interested say wo be implement 24-hour economy no oba na ubehu na sika bia wo ma locate sika kra into cofex dada sheda nye bibia, but still now I am going to give the president 70%.
Milaba, you see the promise of president one can say within 120 days no you best start 24-hour economy no.
Okay,
that's not what the president said. The president only said, "Say within my 120 days, I will commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president."
Yeah.
And you know, Osha, finance minister, parliament co-presenting the budget and now the 24-hour economy so or can one the budget and we have the 24-hour economy secretariat, our presidents one more. They also sent a bill to parliament. And for the legal implementation, the president has done it. And I think the president has kept his promise. One can say within 120 days, no, you best start 24-hour economy.
But Okache Ghana for say within 90 days, say Oba. A year a tour a da vehicle so any idea or better no so unyanfa in sankai.
Or the fact where you taxes need everyone.
Baby on vehicles the dear pacho your research here papa on vehicles within my first 90 days the Okan in office I would review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes on Fan and Sankai.
President no Okan 4 main taxes about be year free one.
And this is part of in my first 90 days. We're quite about 90 days so. But I don't know ye to make 70% I should understand.
Some of the taxes no, they are component taxes.
Okay.
And your main tax to say bia you levy a main tax. Or share COVID levy a component tax share VAT. That is why the president said say finance minister said say answer ne be COVID levy if you on unless say reforms or VAT in one send it me COVID levy on. So some of these taxes are component taxes and I've not really gone through the budget and anyway. Into me can say we if you on one I say okay.
And also about okase obeset a forensic audit e dia fa banks are a collapse ni ade ni nya na ka no 120 days and also
but president this abortion so
only eno de only so okay
I remember Honorable Isaac Adongo on GH1 TV. He said say they are going to sit down concerning collapse bank na President Akufo-Addo egu omuno banks are here say government has some support and they come back no government is going to do that. If the bank be on more na SSA egu na mpa government is not going to do anything about it because they deserve it. But the ones are na incommodate me survive but government na mbo they are going to help them. So government has already established a committee to undertake that particular initiative. But government has done that.
From my sources here, or said the president is also yet to institute enquiries and or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest: the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a support cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis, illegal printing of money, the $58 million National Cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single-sourced contract, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Polugu Dam, mathematics sets, Galamsey fraud. He is yet to do it, but he hasn't.
Me never overcome me catch say some of the cases no promising be on more one, but who come more a 13 promise in the shame.
You say no, we be saying what can or see in my 120 days. This is what
me kasaba. O share just one promise, but who come about 13 promises in the share one animu.
Into a debako so I like to say.
Only because in the make say and no be on my share ora each cases. Do you understand? A bit is a mathematical set. PDS, a bit is a Palugudam, Sky Train, Young County, in a oral cases. And if you listen to the Attorney General recently, on my press briefing now, he talked about the mathematical set issue, National Cathedral issue. Okasha said, within May, no prosecuted those who are responsible for that. If I'm lying, you can tell me.
So within May, but it still stands, he hasn't. He is yet to wakaba so 1 year. Kennedy Agyapong, but he said obe puti action and on Ghana for years.
Attorney General said on file issue and court only evidence. So he would rather do the investigations after gathering all the evidences, then he will go and prosecute.
Into
so that is what
he has done it, but now he is yet to do it.
Yes, the investigation is ongoing.
But he hasn't fulfilled the promise
so
yet.
We can't give a timeline for investigations.
Okay.
Do you understand? It can even take 2 years for the investigation to conclude. Until Yema Attorney General no investigations. So we can't say a president to end just because the investigations has not concluded. Since our investigation has started, the president now started, but on we a bit me can say on we but was started. So yemfa na basobody emano.
Abasobody there, yeah the man. Oh, but some can say so far the John Dramani Mahama we knew some years ago, and the John Dramani Mahama we are seeing today is a different person altogether. For me to even sit here and say some man is 70% from 120 days.
17 they mentioned to me. I saw man by 90.
Now Omar is Omar 80 something.
Share previous government Nanado Abreso. You remember 2017 6 March no more lunch BBI friend Ghana Beyond Aid.
Yeah.
That time all lunch Ghana Beyond Aid no. Na Ghana ye kai kuita na 122 billion Ghana cedis. At the end of 8 years. Last year ofra be na kai and then 647 billion Ghana cedis. Enti President Mahama onye obi a obedi obeshebo na own this so. And meaning say on ko say Nanado. Okay. Nanado, you see the code of conduct President Mahama Alanchino, President Akufo-Addo the same thing. But the issue is that President Akufo-Addo Alanchi code of conduct no in the same year and the over cash for seats president cash for seats one allow my investigations and go through and or clear Alan Martin from anything when even investigations has not concluded and or clear. And so President Mahama enters and he also said, sir, appointee bia when the code of conduct no you better sakeno you better dismiss no on one say initially we di ka say we are in a legacy term 4 years yake in legacy term.
Yeah.
So wa ubedi no agrobia no onfa wonche obeyi wadi obokro no a ye be investigate ye be chiwatum sa openasmo wompenasmo enfa won and clearly Edron Molanchi code of conduct no ohwe mini enkrofobia appointees in they were not happy with the president, but that is him on yobi osuso kronosem. So I remember in his first term on one side appointees you blame so they are involved in some corrupt activities no osaki omu. I remember one national service director yes again because of these ghost name issues. I remember on one side appointee back also another premu petition on also osaki omu. So President Yobia washebo yobedi even though 25 promises no ndini now so but majority of them were this unti yembona baso.
Okay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eka say a year appointees in Nano they should declare their assets latest by 31st of March 2025. Enipa bebe na endi so aja say or say wana woman this no. Wama 3 months.
Yeah correction.
Okay.
Nipa kakra bi endi so. Ye ka say nipa bebe na endi so a.
Inti memfa na kakra bi. Okay. And the nipa kakra bi na woman this no. Or say 3 months salary enya dia or de ebe mo. What's your take on that too?
Member president na basuna what this particular thing why. Because you see, if you become a leader, you need to be responsible.
Sure.
If say the Ejuma Shawunsa, na se pese obeya, then you are not ready for the leadership position yedi ama ono. President can say why you bo within your appointment before 31st March biano. Make sure you declare your assets where jeopardy or before taking office go to the Auditor General, declare your assets before 31st March. Some of the appointees, for whatever excuses are on, we don't care about excuses. This 4 years now can end this year, return to government to the media grow. We don't want any excuses. Some of my Ghana. Yes. Enti yen take any excuses. Into more fairly some declare on asset whether we review whether you were on assignment to say you president say since when declare asset before the deadline with 3 months salary ye differ equal Ghana Medical Trust Fund said the friend of Mama Keno cook me and all the ministers whether Ubunju so president no edife o salary ne kugum so minister bi anasa appointee bi wona say bia onye okay the best thing you do salary be ma you vacate the officer ye dey ama no and so president no ya dey say we gina ne nan so now we're disciplining some of the appointees when declare on one set. You see, our constitution makes it clear. Ube take up public officer, you need to declare your asset. Okay. Said ye beya ye ben we say wo ba sa position no enyama odi ba any wo free one nyama odi kuni so that if in case of any wrongdoing in Biana, we can do the investigations and do it well. And I even think declaration of asset in Krampo is not enough. There should also be something like lifestyle audit. As time goes on, no, said you obey a can say we take your portfolio, no. You said you city as time goes on, we should study and also examine how you live your life as a public servant. So we are minister, so we are CEO, whatever whoever you are, no, we have to make sure we do or perform a lifestyle audit of every appointee. And so Yambo president, no, Abaso say omo fairly somebody declare omo asset no wakachi omo say they are 3 months salary no they should defer to the Mama Care Fund. And not only that, all the appointees in some 1 year 1 month salary so equal into Mama Care Trust Fund no into and also I think President Nwaya there and all the ministers they all agree. So far we've not gotten one minister Krobeka say and as appointee Krobeka say on the president Niadri. So
for instance their genuine salary was womunyano
omunsanka. Okay. Sorry, among said the into omokai. Appointees ne into omokai president cry into an kai. Intino one sakra and can work as a one kasa they call. You be directing straight Ekogu Mama Care Trust Fund no. Sabi Ghana say Grofo anwutrim and Grofo so ayaring Grofo hia mo ankasa and one kasa cry with you cry na bia kakraba unsima no donate to the Mama Care Trust Fund.
Upon resources are you when you
know. Resources in the air, but the issue is that resources in one crampono in first say any year film. Enter President has started BBC say we want to nationalize all our natural resources. So mining saying take care of those natural resources and then mine it. Niang saying ya some fast a bit to say yeah gold mineral resources here yeah mining at the end of the day now become the benefit we are getting just 10%. Also oil revenue we get less than 30% from oil revenues and it's something bad but president has started BB say nationalize mineral resources so I hope the president obetu anamona washe ayon and
okay, so would you agree with the president say or decide say any pack akra na woman declare one more assets no be dismiss one more?
Yes. To say them di kan say who fairly say obey what the president has said, then it means you are not a responsible leader. Okay. You are not ready to serve, so you need to be dismissed. See, obey unya be leader pe waja to say or how more et say you are going to serve us. Say umpel adekona wo yen say ebeboa wo emwa wo. Say wo shana de na emwa, you just have to vacate the office. Let someone else are ready to come and serve. And I don't know what will prevent you say you don't want to declare your assets. Ejapadia o no ade ube declare obi be attack you and I said no.
But you cry ejapadia for na obi fufu din atoso.
You see, the thing is that when Sanyoma na uko declare crap, who declare enter the whole country. You are going to the Auditor General's office to declare your assets. And your mammy winnie, where you be a bushia and your media, maybe your cast say, was assisting with fear. Say that is all we are asking from them. Do you understand? And that is what the president is asking from every appointee. And I believe all the appointees are also going to do it because president appointments are why you know. Last week in Betna, the appointments are why you know. Everyone qualifies. Everyone qualifies and everyone is ready to serve.
And it's one of the best things I mean mebo His Excellency John Dramani Abasuye papa ewo hono no because emprepi you know yatete one from him the amount of salary they take yatete one from him the bribes the corruptions that goes on obebeba be mu 4 years within 4 years you know when the beba ho so no na chese ne cars be 18 ni fear will be seen sasia will be torn near dear.
These things that you are talking about, we saw some in the previous government.
Yeah.
Obia oba ebemu na obisan cars do do cry in room you know and then nipa no wenya or hotels be 5.
A bit to say okuja tablo kwa DSA obia wo say oye printing eyi na from nowhere.
You see okuja tablo kwa
no they will be defending.
No mean defending.
Who defend?
You see the thing is that say why be boni a ono no opposition say obi a o man sika bia anase of our manager pade bia abaya na etiso no they had every right to do the investigation.
Abaya na etiso na enye serious.
Not because they were not serious. Do you think so? Guje to Ablakwa so ye bibi bonia nkono ankese be twa no say he is coming to expose the government.
Politicians will keep taking us for granted until
no, you see, on no your position leader, and no quita ministerial position. Yeah, the only thing you can do, I can say, you have President Akufo-Addo Yadebia Efreno right to information. You can write to them, request for every information on properties. If you could not do that, you can't sit somewhere and that way for them no can say ono so no obokro because obey MP no na onishi no your printing session. As a matter of fact, we DMP for how many years? I think the 16 years now komi. Enti like the yenso lawyer. The yenso lawyer and apart from so you know when ejuma kakra nkran so so you can't really question him because on for manager pade bia onwia bibia there is no evidence anywhere say okujeto ablakwa akofa BBC. But here is the case: appointees of the previous government, some of them have investigation have shown say they really stole from the country. They stole from our state coffers. And a typical example Yera Dubois to say the Attorney General Edin Asem and our remand no ye didn't want some court. So ye more president number so na ye hope say the appointees so far yentis appointee bia involving in no scandal bia mu corruption activity bia mu. We are hoping say the same thing will continue until the 4 years is over. Okay. So that is what we are hoping for.
Okay, your next topic for discussion say government Baba reverse public universities are Nana Danko Gufado Bemu Obesasa Womudi near Adina. Do you think it is something Bebuana because you're education minister Honorable Idris Yarina Kennedy Agyapong, but do you think it's something Bebua?
Minyaba Bebuanka Sankasa. If the previous government saw the need, say they have to change the names of those existing institutions, then there is the need for the current government to also look into it. Now, omwa edin SSA maintaining names no. Omwa edin SSA we do it, and the thing is that. We abetna abemu for 8 years. When schools ni bi. The OBS no. Ena o ba abemu betu to din na o share some of the names in so the to I can say institutions in so e na esre yen hwe bibi ti say University of Energy and Natural Resources ewo Sunyani President Akufo-Addo SSA Eko Kofi Abrefa Buzia University of Energy and Natural Resources Adentina ewo say university, you see that university no be o see that university President Mills and President Mahama I think 2011 and now President Mills and President Mahama established UNE. Now obie as university onuna sabi ono ni mi ansa say odi omo ne party ni mu edin bi ebeto so wo na oba besesan say wo de buzi edin eba beto so buzi a Ruben o play here even Sunyani no e kan say bono no ofin kra no Ruben and o play one.
He was the late prime minister
for what?
He was the late prime minister of the Second Republic.
And so what?
And he is a son of the soil. And
there is no basis.
Okay.
In fact, the son of the soil. Your uncle baby almost free bono. No more chiefs or powerful chiefs. So I didn't think those chiefs be the infant.
He saw the need to just hana him.
And you see, Buzia was one of the people they were against Kwame Nkrumah. Yemi to Kwame Nkrumah fi abemu na ebe equate Kwame Nkrumah na Buzia played a major role. Obia or come stage coup against Kwame Nkrumah. We can't allow for that person's name to be on one of I can say universities. My way. Buzia put there we should. I think eliminate his name from our history books. I think he doesn't deserve. Aside that, Oba Winneba, University of Education Winneba, Omo branch ewo Kumasi. President Ebesisanu Etwinidi Akintin Apiamika University and Skills, University of Skills and Entrepreneurial Development. What? Why? I didn't hear. I didn't hear. You see, that school was established in 1992, right?
Yes.
1992, Rollins Abresne established it. PNDC Loan established that particular institution. Now, Obio Institute, that university, no. 7 Kayemfa didn't crown found to so. Kayemfa sign Nippon cried the infant to so. But I don't really have a problem with that. Or say, whole technical university. And so I don't really have a problem with that. But my biggest problem has to do with names or the two UNESCO, busy at the end. And then UMAT or Besesano, UMAT, or they call George Grant University of Mines and Technology. George Grant University of Mines and Technology. So Obekai George Grant UGCC. No, first president. So Obekai UGCC. Abreso no ye omo first president and UGCC omo biggest opposition na ye CPP ana Nkrumah na ye president ye omo you can say omo leader. And in the 1951 elections no UCC and we elections no me see UCC CPP and we elections no. And in 1954 another elections because now UGCC party na enko yent no they had to collapse that one and they joined another party from United the UP party. And so George Grant also doesn't deserve say anything able to UMAT so. And aside that, UMAT now for my friend in K University School of Mines. Now affiliated to K University, friend K University School of Mines. And later, in 2004, President Kufuor Besesanu called University of Mines and Technology. Now, Wabe president whose university na WNCB. Obi then a waiting so a waba besisadi na kofo obi din adia ababeto so. Yamekra na then as say one sesani na oja bi man. And uko UDS nso a UDS campus ewo wa upper west region. And also osesadi ne edoko Simon dear Don said the Dambo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies. I don't know why na President Akufo-Addo na yes sir say university bia or can say campus or different region no of course study no in another university. I don't know reasons here na or yes sir. If for any reason at all, names or the tutors no, some of them really didn't deserve. This man we are talking about, the Simon Dambono, he was a teacher and no say member of parliament. The Legislative Assembly in 1954. You see, now he belonged to the Northern People Party, the NPP at the time. Good coast. Later, when Kwame Nkrumah collapsed all the ethnic aligned political parties, he also joined the UP party, and this man we are talking about, was also like who tracing the lineage now. He's affiliated to the UP party, where NPP party is also coming from. Do you understand? The NPP party is coming from the UP line. And you want to mean by renaming universities, now mefa wo party crop and as a party legends needing environment to universities. So when you are not the one who established these universities and as these campuses, you can't really do that. For anything at all, or establish universities, renaming. Na sebi sa ukra be renaming krampona omo establish can say universities nka formudi bi toto so the late president JJ Rawlings nka at least fani dimba akukra to one of these universities so 1 year bi wakofa nkrofo mu ye UP for din de aba beto to say we should allow those names to remain. No, that thing is not going to happen.
Who say ono ne nkrofo a ope wo mo no na wasesa edin de sankrofo ni mbomudin.
President Akufo was doing everything possible say enkrofobia history did not really regard them. Obema yedi omudin ba be share history books mu. Do you understand? Obi to say buzia mu say kind history, you won't really get enough about them. He was trying to do everything possible, say he will incorporate those people into our history books.
Okay.
You understand? And he was doing everything possible, say, or best sidelining the effort of Kwame Nkrumah in the attainment of independence for Ghana. That is why even the founders they know Osesano or the founders. Do you understand? And so I think it is not right. It is not right, say, yes, sir, and I'm happy say minister no say they will reconsider some of the names. It didn't mean to say if Mahamudu the to whole technical university Sudie. I think he deserves. Mm-hmm. He gave us the national anthem, Efrememu, and he did the whole technical university so is not anything bad. But say the Simon then the Dimbe to so work of CK Tendan. Also from UP line or before the UDS Navrongo campus so there. No, it is not acceptable.
So you would agree with the president to say Oka say and I say yeah, education minister say Oka say enkrofo na womo universities na narodan kwekufuado ebe enemi ye nyina no Oka say osasa enkrofo ni nyina edin ajasadeda so nyina wo yidi ni nyina efri so na we rename na you would agree perfectly say bonibia enimu ntino bo no piafo they should continue
bonibia enimu. And the minister was clear omobetna say president nin sorry I say Mrs. Sasadini na osi ombetna say na edini bia esese ye ma edini da so no ye beja medina da so ye esese da so no ye beyi every so ebi ti say you mat dia okofa George Grant dia to say ebi ti say
em say no dey here pa because wa boss
ya mi ankasa ene Simon die they don't deserve. They don't deserve. Me say yes, I will young Simon. Then I don't know him. The only thing I know him, and say during that time, I contested on the ticket of Northern People's Party. He became a member of Parliament. That is the only history about him. Aside that, we don't know anything again about him. And so, why do you leave Nkrofo play major role? Ghana independence, someone like Bedema, someone like Kojobos, Yomuni, those people are there. You could have named them these institutions after them. But we just microphone in a one microphone or more UP line soon and it is unacceptable. So I agree completely with the minister and the president at large.
Okay, yebusia say efiansa na wa join ye live ewo Kumasi online TV a ye twetwe enkomo ede afa on my Ghana hona na redan kwa Kufuado the universities are onemi ye and education minister and his excellency John Dramani Mahama say edi a wade tutu so ne bi wo hono ma e ade a wo mo be reverse sade nyina so and I man penny first 120 days in office the promises are was share Ghana for the way to me edi so any ministers were elected which said they should declare their assets latest by 31st of March 2025. One woman to me and declare one more assets in what they had to just say just say 1 more 3 months salary. Womonsa enka or transfers our salary nano ede akọ Mahama Care nipa moten enka no kweku ba ko ye NDC communication team member Sabia Manamoka say honorable Opari Enoka wono so NPP communication team member oba be kamensa wo fidie hanum se a ye no ba betwa enkomo so mini abema bibi aboko
nakopa daroma na nso
nyame ado me nso me ho ye we de memre ni nti na I think I just say ye bonu to so we di kan a share na adwin we di kan akasa dadante no yen share John Dramani Mahama ne 120 days in office Bosha was share ye the way to me and also ministers Oka said they should declare their assets and sana before the 31st of March, one woman to me and declare one more assets in within 5 minutes. Measure so be bonnet of Fadia Mammy.
Okay. That was Nedika so Yancha Honorable Yakwabna Boateng, MP for Judicial constituency. Okay. Afei Honorable Joseph Boateng, Offenso North constituency, and Chebia Mobeti and Kawo. Yameka say your president. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the 120 days this social contract or share bono, yeah, ma can I say yeah, money percentage, a man bear 25%.
Oh, be money 25.
Yes, and just say yeah, on man Ankasa man 25%. Okay. Because since you make an say a Bosha now share say over power within some 120 days, never be how back year through. But they who say ne policies ye no a beer ni wa. Me fan say ube say actively near year juma say u make appointment of certain individuals on policies that making and implementation but what because the president talked about launching of accelerated export development council no beboa a promoting export oh my Ghana mu ye so a minu nyina be dia dance say still now we are still having and making any impact via in the society and making any impact bia wo mind mu or kasafa won say obo be yi taxes be free or wo mo kofa agriculture niema ba ni adade minua ba ye be hwa o mampanin adodan kwa Kufuado mampanin da bra no wo so yi o ye sa niema ni nyina o yi taxes na ededa akuaye for equipment and say logistics I de ba o mining ebe bom akuadwuma koso no o mampani ba ye mu adwuma na na dan kwa Kufuado yi taxes free so under the one district one factory policy program na o mampani de ba eti se ye nuanom be ka kire se o 120 days o madi hu dwuma na enye no kre de na o mudidi ye campaign chi gidigidi pa na edi bo campaign wu de wuru tabra no mo ba na ye free bibi 24-hour economy minu nyina be di adanse se eno na ye omu main messenger na om de Ghanaian people omu Ghana 40 ase se adwuma bia ye adwuma kofi be kobi abena beba ya beko minua ba minu betena ha ene bibi se ekoso na se nkoso bibia se ni wo so eti wonum messenger de bia ye kanra na ya atro ne dada anko asem no mo de ba ye ka bibi fa ho se omampani ba ye de ye friend say sanctions bia betoto ministers are one more timi amfa one more assets ene one more yambe daddy ye punish one yes omo ko donate omo sika bi omo won fanko omo 3 months salary en fanko Mahama Care me hu ene it's just a gimmick politics that they are trying to do because ye nyina be dia dance say before say ye mau appointment no me aba wonim say asset declaration no enye say ebia ye opa na wo mpe o wo mrem wo Ghana mamrem say ye hwe ye constitution ni mu a article 286 clause 1 no chapter 24 of the 1992 constitution ama ye hu say there are code of conduct I dibema all government appointees wo hodada and sakra na wo beja to mi zo be so be ye oswafo anaze o take ministerial appointment bi no wo declare wo asset o nyema bi a wo bia no wo di kan declare na wo fira abamu so a wo declare se wo obi a wo twa 8 years wo abamu so a anaze bia wo twa 4 years a o 10 bia be so a wo be declare wo asset but enemi no nyina be dia dance say ministers wo mu faili ye se wo be declare wo asset no o mampeni ye sanhye wo mu a o se mu ko donate musika no fankoto ono no photophobia wa create ono anankasa trust fund bia wa create emu na o se yemfa esika sankotum enye sanction enye punishment rebranding of corruption sana mekano yeah that's how I put it but ebie so say na menua be maka say aban ba schools ahodo a odini nwa be rename na emfa nkosin no menua that do me new mienu nyina be dia dance say enya no na hia ye Ghana education system say am no kase mo say mo de your friend say free education for womo ambesom ko tertiary omo enko no mo kodi hudwuma mmia womo kase ne omo de education free tertiary student no these are the same people who were telling President Akufo-Addo brand no opposition say if they have a certain a certain amount of money so on first says can education that
but what about a free senior high school is still going on
free education is still going on which is telling us that one wonim pa say enuma hodo na his excellency na nado danko Akufo-Addo ene Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia ene MPP aban bra no mo abemu no mo ye na eye niam e bebo my Ghana koso na nam se no mo pa abemu abenti entroning kontompo semne dada asem ko ana wo mekeka e de dada o manfo na dwen ene omo kan de kode ba ko a omo ba ya omo se na enya ene mo twem they continue it National Entrepreneurship Innovation Policy na nando danko Akufo-Addo de bai sana mosimo kaseti ase enye abani create loot and share and na make appointment to those sectors moko ya masan pamu workers e wo kura say frozo mu ngofie do you understand enti sesia no yentena wo ma wo mbe dada ya say we are going to put them on their toes in some amokeka FNPP about ntura mu twa on say ni nyina Ghana fo hu say nkontompo sem na moka na mo pa ba mu keke na aba ene samaba mo ba yi Niama Akufo-Addo ye na mo guso amoto aso amosan instead of saying kamo bebo aba na baso ne say na nado danko Akufo-Addo no MPP aba in fact mabo adwuma na power na nanka ye power banti na etwa ntro they need to even apologize to the Ghanaian people say ne power keke na aba onya bibia the aban ye bia ye niema aboa ma man Ghana afa no ntoma pafra amatimamufo no wan ha wo mu na so ye nuanom na ye so ye pese ba ni bie ba ba mu bi ye so ye bedi dani bi eni nti na ye twetwa ntro to MPP for so mesre say kamenu before say kebe pon kra ko bedi kan part apa Ghana fo nyina atwo ansa na adwumadi kra ba na wie
what meeting okay yenre mu mahama sisi amenemo kase walanche ye code of conduct the ama appointees ni nyina eno so den na beka dia fa
mimi aba so dem dikan code of conduct e wo hodada e wo Ghana mamrem dada me kire wo say ofa Ghana constitution chapter 24 article 286 clause 1 ema yehu the code of conduct for public officers enti nyasa o mampeni na be lanchi bibi fufuro bia o e mane mam fa we be dada ye say ya ye ni mra ni mu na ye ti ase no enim say code of conduct o mampeni kan wansem yi e yade e wo ho dada it is found within the constitution
you being an NPP member e yade e wo honom dada I would agree with it sure. But oye mampeni and an appointees why elected woman no e wo say otumi ema wo mu hu waban eba so waban ba ye ministers ye hwe kasa bia na ehunte ni ade na wo mo kasa ereche amanfo so are you going to tell me say some of the ministers are na ewo MPP aban mu no code of conduct ne wo man hwemu ye ya na say den
menua ba say the work as code of conduct no ye wo school mu kra no ko school de mragu ho a ebi wo ho a wo fomra no na punishment say the amount yes sir you will have a code of conduct said you can say wo hodada aban mpanimfo ano mo wo na nado dan kwa abreso oyi wo mu ebi sorry ti ebi endi mra no so me patcho yeni ha na yeyi minister of energy edi Boachi Agyapong by his excellency na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo oyi as minister anche bia no yi na di code of conduct na wo no endi so oyi na di opamono but who dia wo ba
and then nkrofo was wo yi wo mu didi no mo do hye papa
me ba na eche o say wo ye de de ni behu ne de ye chewa mra no bedi se sia miti hei me ko wia me ma me enam nkwan a waye me ko yi mu na mwe na se nam no wa meto me a so ntimi ncheme kromfo ne de ya chena na anye sa aha enti minister of energy Boachi Agyapong di okoye ye a ye yi ne di
a code of conduct.
Code of conduct, no. Pamono.
Okay, so would you agree with it? Say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for now, no, or per se or yane kawo my dream say many dear. Me code of conduct a good way. Who ye least mistake? Either I will suspend you and I say may you ready.
And then also spend you 1 more month or more fairly to declare their assets. As of 30.
Say nothing our punish. Now be ye you my whole 3 months and you will salary and farm out.
Now minister no yes in salary allowances so do you know the allowance they take as ministers? Have you checked that? The allowance crown months and so no so China kitua. And the end can coach crown back can singlet. It's any punishment. So
the only say
me who say it's just a gimmick respond be and on bezo moye
na me ne de no de me bo mahama ba so wo ya de
me nua ba me chewa de o mai mu ha president Akufo-Addo Dubai during COVID-19 time several ministers donated their money to COVID-19 trust fund nti no na punishment ana any punishment any services no more service or more de more mine no who your leader you serve the people who your leader mpempi no wo unta wo de utu hu che mamenka ne sa so what you say eje yetu wan che bi no mo ye nya punishment o enya punishment bia say ke punishment say ska ya wo kan ye sa ne coin ye de coin transferred that is named after the president I am Mr. Kra.
Oh, that is to help people who really need medical attention
mo say ke ye pe abanya obae wa boama medical attention anya fapem papa say ke wo say ke maintain MPP government. President Mahamudu Akufo-Addo be free so Mahamudu Bawumia but oye ni ha na okọ dialysis oye ni free moko ayaresabia koja NHIS program no ya de e cover sa ni mani nyina dada aban twa sika to wo a special funder na e fund sa ni mani nyina enti u be ka tell me say u donation na u be make no sa 4 months donation no na e be take eno na e be take care of ama for ebe check your my resade ene enkotompo entrosem na yenuanom person dada.
Okay, kweku my member also wonom Mahama Lanches code of conduct obekane
I've already spoken about that topic and so I want to just clarify certain things that he said
okay
he said that say President Eka said they should direct their 3-month salary into the Mahama Care Fund constitute an act of corruption. And I believe he's a student. I want him to explain to us how donating your salary into a fund constitutes corruption. I want to give my time to him to explain how that constitutes an act of corruption.
Very good. If donating your fund does not constitute corruption, then why were they in opposition telling the MPP government of being corrupt, where some of our ministers, where some of our MPs were donating an amount of money, where we were taking some funds from the Ghanaian people to help build the National Cathedral? You understand? I'm coming. Let me not end there.
All right.
We also had this issue when the COVID-19 came. Some of our ministers, government appointees were donating to COVID-19 trust fund. These same people told the people of Ghana.
So is it because they told you people that is why you're also saying that?
No. That's not why we are even saying that at all. But I just want you to know that. Sir, trust fund na ewo ho no. Say even if you say ne purpose no kra no ayekoye no ewo ho a anka we will be okay with it. But here is the case whereby purpose na buy create special funder na ewa ba mu na take effect dada. Do you understand? So if you come and tell me that
he is not answering the question I asked him. You haven't answered the question I asked him. You see,
question no
rebranding of corruption. I answered it.
You see, let me tell you something.
How is that adding to say a rebranding of corruption?
Let me tell you something. The president did not say that when they like or if they like, they should donate those amounts into the coffers. It is mandatory. Whether you like it or not, your 3-month salary is going into the Mama Care Fund. How does that constitute an act of corruption? And you are telling me about COVID-19?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying about COVID-19.
Wait,
it's corruption.
You see, you are talking about
to sanction the person before the president even appointed them. He told us
what is a sanction. If we ask you a sanction, what? Punishment.
So how? I don't know why.
You are not going to get your 3-month salary.
With somebody's
instead of you,
the person is supposed to feel it.
Listen.
But here's the case whereby the punishments are given to the person. The person's not going to feel anything.
Are you the one speaking for the person that is not going to feel anything?
Right now, sitting here, if you tell me that I should donate my
those who are listening to you
know that at the end of the month,
those who are listening to you,
that 3-month salary we are talking about will not affect me. What does it make it a punishment?
Wait, the fact that it's not going to affect you doesn't mean it will not affect someone.
Do you know that?
You clearly said.
Dientia boys can be human region, but we work it here and no standard of living. No, say a ma was but no ambana.
Why are you speaking for them?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The president said, "Sir, those who were appointed before 31st March were supposed to declare their assets before that deadline. They failed, and the president is saying the sanction for that failure is that your 3-month salary, you are not going to get it. It is going to be directed into the Mama Care Fund." And as an educated person like me, I don't know how that constitutes an act of corruption. And I asked the question, we are talking about COVID-19 fund and National Cathedral. Wait. Relax. I'm talking. When you speak, I didn't interrupt.
All right.
National Cathedral now. National Cathedral initially, President Nixon pledge.
Yeah.
Or call Parliament, or catch a Parliament say, on answer and a pledge, my uncle point on answer, quite of us being cedis in Oberfaso. We ended up taking money from individual Ghanaians. We did not say that is an act of corruption. But then those monies that were taken from Ghanaians, they were not able to account for those monies.
What's funny?
And at the end of the day, the National Cathedral was it even there?
Yes.
All right.
That is the corruption we are talking about. The COVID expenditure that you are talking about, the COVID funds that you are talking about. As at now, the Auditor General report, 2022, it revealed that you mismanage the COVID funds.
Asking what?
You're asking me.
I'm coming.
Wait. Even the information ministry were taking allowances. They were taking allowances from the COVID-19 fund.
Were we not in this country?
That is an act of corruption.
No, in this
my president asking you to donate your funds into the Mama Care. How does that constitute an act of corruption?
People, whilst
please,
their workers were still
people are listening to us. We are educating the public.
Answer me.
We are educating the public.
Now the man 40 fee. Now buying that should share one car. I buy more free electricity, fuel water.
That is not what we are talking. The free electricity and free water you are talking about, they later came back, taxed us.
They taxed us.
Have you forgotten?
What was the percentage?
You are
asking compared to what you have brought to the people of Ghana?
14%. 14% what?
Electricity tariff 14%.
Please, have you read? Wait.
IMF.
Have you read the IMF contract? I mean the agreement with IMF.
One of the things I have realized is that, do you know something? I think Ghana Adyabakwa high Emma or my Ghana yen to me quenim politics. Nancy Amekasa and say, Abai Abai BTH who say a idea bonnet. NDC for a condemn a lot of things are knowing very well say IMF one share womudiegu akwemu. Something like taxes are not MPP are buying womogeno. Nini nano na IMF for and share na egu akwemu. So NDC government condemned the NPP for even going to IMF and then taxing Ghanaians, knowing very well say enye na nabro ne pe anenye NPP aban ne pe say or this taxes ni be bu Ghana for kon
nemom dey
nemom no eye IMF fo hyehyɛ ya wo mu di egu akwam wo say wo ka
and then the question comes
wo be ka say eye IMF
wait you said na nabro na enye ne pe say or the taxes be bu ekom na IMF ne bu man
IMF ready
say
any IMF
then why you now speaking the 40%?
Wait, that is where I'm coming.
Electricity tariff.
IMF, what for IMF on IMF, they will not come and tell you say tax your people this amount. You see, when you signed an agreement with IMF, they told you say every quarter you have to increase electricity and water tariff. Is it not true?
No,
is it not in the IMF agreement? I'm asking you.
E-levy we brought. Now we didn't want Ghanaians to go to IMF. That you people condemn.
E-levy was not part of the IMF agreement. E-levy was not part of the IMF agreement.
Let me tell you something. Do you know why the E-levy was there? The E-levy was there simply because revenue money generating now a short it. Until I say yeah for crime so now generate.
Wait, so now let me expose him here. You are saying wait.
The 14%.
You see the 14%. It is not government that is bringing it.
It's not government.
It is your agreement. Even if NDC leaves government now and NPP comes, the 14%.
Because NPP refused to do it.
They did it in what way?
Wait.
No,
take your phone. You have the right. Go on Google. Last year.
It's not about last year.
No.
It's about time of implementation.
14%.
Last year, I think 2022 or 2023, they increased electricity tariff 23%.
Hey,
take your phone and Google.
Are you not in Ghana?
No, take your phone and Google.
No, do you think the people?
No, that's what I'm saying. Say you should take your phone and Google.
We are all in this country.
Listen, I pay. The IMF agreement.
I pay bills.
No, wait.
I pay bills.
Who signed the IMF agreement?
I pay bills.
You signed the IMF agreement.
No, we signing IMF agreement. They did not even let us brought that kind of 14% tariffs on electricity.
Last year, how many percentage was brought?
Last year,
yes.
Even if there
wait. Last year, how many percentage
we
was
didn't
brought?
Bring any percentage on electricity tariffs. What we are talking about right now.
You see, we are. No, wait. I'm going to expose you.
We are talking about
you said, wait. I'm going to expose you.
The people of Ghana are not into. That's why
I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you.
Even if we.
I'm sure you've googled, right?
Even if we.
You're sure what about Google, right?
Say the tariffs buyer. The tariffs buyer. Ntina ye tutia. Say the tariffs buyer. It's moment by.
You see, people are listening to us. You see, people are listening to us.
Tell me that. Yeah, what time? No.
People. Our time is up. People are listening to us. Let's educate the public.
Instead of you to
educate the public.
You were supposed to do that when you were at opposition.
You see, what did you get? No, I want you to say what did you get?
No. You were supposed to do it at opposition. You were supposed to tell the Ghanaian people that
what
tariffs are buying a jabba. Increases are on taxes no and you are buying for to Ghana for na yesremo
listen you signed an agreement with IMF that you are going to increase water and electricity tariff every quarter. Every 3 months you are going to increase the tariff. No, listen.
No, did it take effect?
It took effect. Last year you increased tariffs.
It took what?
Last year you increased tariffs. Wait.
And I mean Ghana be. 1.52%.
I was here.
Last year.
52%.
Last year. Now every quarter. It's not just a year. It is every quarter. Every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Fourth quarter of 2020.
2020.
Yes, 2023.
2023 and go to 2022.
1.52%. So the second quarter of 2023 was 18.36%.
18 point how many percent?
36.
You are talking about 14. This is 18%. This is 18%. You are talking about 14%. This is 18%. You are talking about 14%. No, this is it. See, you are a student. This is it.
1 minute per obi apese uchiano obetimi echiano.
Time am in chiano. Let me use it to educate the public.
You can educate the public.
Let me use it to educate the public. Yamao proof. said last year you increased tariff by 18%. You are talking about 14%. Even that 14% is not because of NDC policy, but rather because of an agreement NPP signed with the IMF. That is it.
Us was because of us.
Every Ghanaian knows. And Jumedia yede ebesomo showdown Jumedia no yede ninyina ebesi enkrofo ameto me safre wo ye honorable Opari Enoch NPP communication team member saso na Kweku Buako Kweku Buako ye NDC communication team member enkomo atwetwe no eja na asodemu na nsododo so akunya yentina so enche de nyame adoma Friday exactly 2 p.m. yen wo mo ebesanso edi esiana eja ya toa so every baby a yedi esi Mahamudu Bawumia ba ye nyina no ye beda mu nyina ase executive producer Mr. Daniel Yebo nyame show ye papa Abronye Pakojo Manuel wonso MC ahonom nyame show ana ATP birthday girl wono ene ye producer edema showdown Jumedi me so ametine dwem ene Jumedi ye beso mo midi ene nana ya se o makram ye besanso edi ehia